End of day 3, just outside our hotel, and you can see behind me, I hope, lots of school kids in very pretty gingham uniforms, people passing up and down on bikes. Perhaps to hear a very heavy lorry go back. That's where Lee and I did our fantastic bike ride yesterday, which is definitely one of the highlights of my travels around Africa. Never been on a bike before around Africa, and you get to go to all far off little places and see little huts and villages and kids running around, very idyllic. But that was last night, and this morning we got up for day 3. We had the usual timekeeping issues, just wait for this big lorry to come rumbling by, a rare scene. Wow. That's a traffic jam in Lira. Yeah, and we had a car just about to come in the way, so just move out the way, back a bit, back a bit. The able works. Just a sinister man. Yeah, so usual timekeeping problems with the coaches. There were 8 turning up today at 10 o'clock. Ended up with about 26 by about 11:30. Just generally building on their skill set. Probably the big highlight of today was, and you'll see from the video footage, a teacher called Patrick told us why he was doing the project, and it was very moving actually, talking about what Lira had gone through the last 10, 20 years and the kids that have been in displaced camps and how bringing cricket to them will help bring them together. So very profound for us to hear that, and it makes the point it's not just about cricket, it's also about using cricket to bring communities together, which is exactly what this project is. But we're also not losing sight of the key bit of CWB, which is the AIDS awareness messages. We're constantly trying to get the teachers to, with coaching points, understand you can also have an AIDS awareness point. For example, when you're bowling, abstain from bending your arm, or be faithful to your partner in running between the wickets, and we think they're starting to get that. We also had some fun today actually showing them a little game of cricket, and we have the Ugandan 4 sign, which is much slower than the English 4 sign. And yeah, they enjoyed seeing what a game of cricket looked like, and then we had a bowling session at the end with mixed ability really. It's no great surprise because I've only been playing cricket 3 days, and actually some of them were really quite good. Another highlight, but in a different way, was one of the male coaches, George. I was trying to ask them why is it important for boys and girls to play together, particularly up until the age of 15 and 16, and there's an AIDS awareness message in there, which is boys and girls, if they're friends, are less likely to sleep together, and boys are more likely to respect girls as well. And part of the problem with AIDS infection in Africa is that the women aren't able to say no in quite the same way they are back home. So I asked, so why is it important for boys and girls to be playing together? A bit of a pause, because that's often what happens when you ask the why and the how questions out here. And George piped up with, I won't do the accent, but said it's because women are slower at learning than men, and they need to be able to see what's going on, really. That didn't go well with Harriet. Harriet's a bit of a character, a bit of a, probably in her early 40s, quite a formidable woman, really. I wouldn't want to have said something that sexist. And she straight away gave George what for, told him that was absolutely ridiculous, and on the walk back started haranguing him all the way back. It was very amusing to watch. But day 4 is tomorrow, and we're having some kids coming along tomorrow, so we can do some mentoring with the coaches, a little bit more coaching with them as well, and then one more day to go after that. And then I head off back home, and the other 2 head up to Gulu, which is a bit further north, before a really exciting bit, which is in 2 weeks' time. They go to Lira, I think, which is right on the Congolese-Sudanese border, so good luck with that. Over and out. Cheers, guys.